Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Recently I did an interview with a Zoom interview with Michelle Bennett, who's a friend of mine living in the UK. And Michelle I consider to be much better versed in ozone therapy than I am, and so I really appreciated her sharing her knowledge with us and taking the time to do the interview. What this video is about though is I want to show you my ozone setup and why I chose this, and just kind of give you an idea of what you can do. And I believe my setup is kind of a budget option, and yet it's definitely not cheap. So I purchased my machine from John at Synergy Ozone. John used to build excuse me, he used to build machines for Promo Life. He did that for a number of years. I think he said about 8 years. And so he has quite a bit of experience with ozone generators, and he's been doing this for quite a while. Now he sells this machine that I have here, and I'll show you some close-ups of this in just a minute. This is what he calls the WPS 120. This is not yet on his website. When this machine goes on his website, I think he said the price is going to be $14.99, $1,499. It's a very powerful machine. He does have several options to choose from. Now, many machines go by dual chamber or single chamber. The single chamber machines don't put out as much ozone, and you can't do as many different types of therapies like bubble oil and different things like that. But this machine is a single chamber, but it makes up to 120 gamma is how they measure it of ozone. It has a range of from 12 to 120. It comes with a chart that tells you exactly how to set the machine and set your oxygen so that you get the right amount for whatever therapy that you're going to do. Now this is not a video about how to do ozone therapy. I simply want to show you my setup, what I got, and give you an option, because Synergy is not as well known. The guy is just starting out. Again, he used to build for Promo Life. And I want to show you some features of this machine that I really like. So let's go over that, and I'll show you a little bit more close up, as I said, in just a minute. So some of the things that I like, first and foremost, I haven't seen any other machines that come in it's like a Pelican case. I mean, I don't have it snapped, so that's why it sounds like that, but it's got a gasket on here. I don't think I would throw this in the bathtub or anything, but the gasket makes this water resistant, and so it protects the ozone machine, and the snaps on here are pretty stout. It also has a little place where you can lock it. So I really like that feature. Another thing that I really like about it is, and probably all machines have that, but that has the metal lure lock things here, and just the simplicity of it. I mean, it's not fancy looking or anything, but I can tell you from personal experience that it genuinely works. It really puts out the ozone. And so I really think that this is a viable option if it's something that, if you really want to get into ozone therapy. Another thing that I like about this is it has a universal plug. You don't have to have some kind of adapter or anything. This will work in Europe, it'll work in the United States or whatever. You just have to have the prong adapter, but as far as actually converting the electricity, you can plug this into a 220, a 110, or whatever, and it's going to work. So I like that feature. Very universal, very practical. Another thing that I like about it, as I said, is the fact that it has the case, and John puts a lifetime warranty on these, and that the only qualification that he mentioned when I talked with him was if you do something stupid. He would still fix it, but you would have to pay for the parts and labor. But he stands behind his machine so that if something malfunctions for the life of the machine, he will take care of it. You just have to pay the return shipping. I like that feature. So At any rate, without too much further ado on this one, this is, as I said, is the WPS 120. You can see it a little bit closer up there. And he also, this one, if you contact me, if you want to get one of these, if you contact me, he said he would do a special price on these of $875, as opposed to what it's going to be when it goes on the his website at Synergy Ozone. When this goes on the website again, it's going to, I think he said $14.99. I know it's over $14. So that's a significant, I mean, that's almost half price. And so if you want one, you can contact me at closureforjesus@yahoo.com, and I'll connect you with him. Basically what I can do is have him drop ship it. You could pay me and I'll pay him. So if that's something that you're interested in, we can work that out. But let me just put everything together and kind of show you the setup that I have so that you can see. But before I do, I neglected to mention that this machine will do any kind of ozone therapy that you want. I mean, it's powerful enough to do anything that you could possibly ever want to do with an ozone machine for home ozone therapy. But he has a less powerful option, and I think I wrote it down. The WPS 100, I believe, is on his website, and that one will go up to 80 gamma. So if you're just doing insufflations or ozonating your water or something like that, that one would be fine. And I think that one is $5.95. And so big difference in the price on this one, this particular model. Again, you know, between what it's going to be and what I can get it for you for. So if you're interested, you can contact me, but let me go set everything up and then I'll show you my actual setup. Okay, so here's my actual setup kind of put together. And I'll kind of go through piece by piece and show you. This is the minimum that you would need to have to do home ozone therapy. Some people don't use the bubbler, you know, to humidify the ozone. I find that it's very helpful because, as Michelle mentioned in her video, ozone can be a little bit drying, so the humidifier really helps. And I really like that addition. It has made ozone therapy much more comfortable for me. So if you got one of these machines, you would also have to have some type of oxygen tank. Now this is a medical tank, an 870, and there's also an industrial tank that you can get, and they have smaller sizes, and those are called 540. You also have to have one of these, and there's a lot, you know, that we could talk about the tanks. You could also use an oxygen concentrator, but you have to have a special oxygen controller or adapter for that, a flow meter for the concentrator in order to get low flow. If you'll notice here on this flow meter, this is a pediatric flow meter. I'm not sure how well that's picking up, but it's measured in fractions, like 1/32, 1/16. You know, whenever you do ozone therapy, you're using very little oxygen. So this one, actually what my husband and I do is we got an adapter to fill a medical tank off of my dad's industrial tank. So that's the way we do it, because he already had those industrial tanks. And I didn't pay a lot for this. I think I bought this off of eBay or Facebook Marketplace or something. I can't remember. But at any rate, the oxygen comes from the tank or from your concentrator and goes into the machine here on this side where it says ozone in, and then it comes out and goes, some people put a little filter on it. I don't always use the filter, but this does have a little filter on it. That's to keep water from backflowing into your machine. But the best thing to do, I'm out of town, I'm visiting a friend of mine right now, so I'm just trying to make do with my setup. But usually what I do is I elevate the ozone generator above my bubbler so that I know I'm not going to get any backflow of water. But then the ozone will come out of the machine and into my bubbler, and you'll see it making little bubbles on the stone there, the little bubbler stone, and then it comes out this tubing. What this is an ozone destruct unit, so that it takes the ozone out of the air when you're not actually administering it, and because ozone really stinks and you should not breathe it directly. You can go and watch Michelle's video. I'll put a link for that in the description. But at any rate, you would hook another little piece of tubing to this, and then if you're going to do insufflations, you would use a catheter or something like this and connect it and administer the ozone. So that is it. If you get this machine, it's $875 US dollars, and then these, I think I paid like $50 or $80 for this. The oxygen regulator, that's probably going to be, I think I paid $65 or $50 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Then you'll have that, this piece of tubing here actually comes with the ozone generator. And when you get it, you'll get one of these pieces of tubing, and you'll get the little stone that's actually inside there. You'll get a stone and this piece of tubing and the machine and the power cord, and then it comes with a chart that tells you how to set the ozone strength, and you control your gamma by setting, it's got 3 settings on it, 1, 2, and 3, and you control your gamma production based on where you put this dial and how much oxygen flow you set your regulator on. And again, the chart will tell you, exactly how to set that. So at any rate, that is my setup. Probably, let's see, the machine, $875, maybe, I don't know, you could probably get one for new for $100 or so, or get the industrial one. So that would be $975, and then maybe $50 for that, so a little over $1,000. I think I paid like $80 for that. You don't necessarily have to have the ozone destruct. You can just have the window open and blow a fan across your face. So basically you could be into this very powerful ozone setup for probably around $1,100. And this is every bit as powerful as any 2-chambered machine. It goes up to 120 gamma, and it goes as little as 12 gamma. So that's it. If you're interested, give me a holler.